Well, welcome to another Retro Crazy, and this is a Sendico revisit. As you can see, fresh from delivery, although I've had it sitting for a couple of weeks, is this parcel. Two different things this time with what I tried with Sendico. From my previous video, I'll put a link somewhere up here, down here, somewhere, I don't know, it's all back to front. This time I've tried using ePacket for delivery, and also I've used Yahoo rather than Mercari to do the Japanese auctions. What I can tell you about the auctions is they are a little bit different. There's a couple of auctions that I bid on and thinking, you know, do a snipe, jump in at the last minute, as you see here in the UK, probably America and Europe too. That's not how it works. I put in a bid with, 30 seconds to go, and the timer on the auction increased back up to 15 minutes. So that was a little bit different, didn't expect that. So a little bit of, back and forward, and I end up with this delivery. Now you should be able to read from here, hopefully. Second-hand consoles, 4 of. Second-hand Game Boy Pocket, 1 of. Another second-hand WonderSwan, and 2 game cartridges. This time I typed in these into the invoice on Sendico. This came by ePacket, and there were no customs charges. So I don't know whether it's the ePacket that got through the customs charges or the fact that I've actually marked in that they're second-hand goods. I don't know. So this time these Japanese prices are exactly what I paid with nothing on top, which is nice. It means these are cheaper than the last batch I got in. Again, I'll work out the prices and I'll pop them on screen for each one as we go through. So let's lift off this paperwork. It's the only thing I've done is actually ripped this open to get this out, taking my name off obviously, and there's all that stuff there. So sorry about the reflective screen. Let's take this off. Let's cut this open and see what we've got. Now again, the packaging is absolutely excellent. It's tight, it's well done. I am quite impressed. But this is one of the things you pay for, is them to rebundle everything as it comes in. Now, not as well bundled, but still well bundled. These are nicely done, and they've just laid these in. So first out, the WonderSwan colour in pink comes with Final Fantasy. So that's nice. Pop that to the side. We've got a Game Boy Pocket in very used and worn condition. The screen itself is quite scored and scratched and discoloured, and you can actually see this lovely ring in it as well, which looks like nothing more than the burning of the film. So hopefully I'll be able to restore that and bring it back to working condition. Don't have one of these, so this is nice and new for me. We've got a number of wrapped up goodies. That'll be the 4 cartridges. So pop them to the side, we'll take everything out. And the 2 games, and that's that box empty. So let me pop it to the side. There we go. Now some of these you may be able to tell from previous what they are. Just looking, I can see 2 WonderSwans, but these I've not had from Sendico before. So let's pop them open, see what we've got. Another WonderSwan colour in lilac. And another WonderSwan colour in pink. So that's 3 WonderSwans in total, yet to be tested. This, I know what it is, and I've never owned one before, so I thought, why not? Don't know if it works. It may work, it may not work. It came as untested, and it's a NeoGeo Pocket. Now I can see the screen is lighter in the middle. You can see that on camera as well. So that could be one that needs the film replaced. Such a wonderful job, that. And this last one, can you see the ring? Should give away what it's supposed to be. And it's a Sony PSP in red. Now this comes without a battery. I do believe I remember from the auction. It feels quite light. Doesn't feel like there's a battery. Some scuffing here. Oh my goodness, it doesn't want to come off. Okay. As I remember, there is no battery for this, so, and it's different from, yeah, no power at all. So that's one for a different video. I'll need to pick up a battery for it. So that gives us this nice little selection that's been picked up, but there's something missing, and that's these 2 boxed games, and these are for the NeoGeo Pocket, so it gives me something to try on the Pocket, assuming the Pocket works. So for testing, let's just start at the beginning. We will pop everything to the side. That was the first one out the box, so we will start with the WonderSwan colour in shocking pink. Supplied with a battery. It's always encouraging when the battery looks in good condition. And we have a display. And a nice clear display as well, that's lovely. Okay, the screen is a little bit scratched down this side. Sound is fine, if loud. This is Final Fantasy, of which I don't own until now. Always nice when you see licensed by Bandai. It kind of gives you a hint that it might be in English, and then it disappoints you. Excellent, that's working. That's working really well. So, there we go. So nice. A result. I'm not going to leave the battery in. Could do with a new lens. The casing is a bit bashed and scored, a fully workable and usable WonderSwan colour. Nice. WonderSwan colour number 2. So let's pop, take the lock off. No battery in this one, no free battery. Now let's check and power up. And nothing. Now this could just be dirty contacts. These are quite old consoles. There we go. And again, good clear screen. Now the screen on this one has some marks and blemishes. There's a little scratch, but it's not too bad. I'm actually wondering if I can try and use a plastic polish and bring some of these back up to much nicer condition. So buttons work. Excellent. Power that one down. If you hadn't guessed, I'm actually quite a fan of this little WonderSwan. I love the option of being able to do that. They did a number of different things for these that I'm going to see if I can pick up. They did a device for connecting to a mobile so that you had internet. There was another device that plugs in and allows you to do the development of games. They even did what they call the Wonderborg, which is a build-it-yourself robot with the pack that plugs in, and then you can control it from your WonderSwan. So these are all things I'm going to have a look out for. There is another model of WonderSwan as well, which has a completely different design in here. It scallops in. I'm trying to remember, I think it's the WonderSwan Crystal. Sorry, it went out my mind there. Oops. But yes, I'm becoming quite a fan of these. They are very, very few and far between in this country, but I am quite impressed by this little console. A little bit grubby in the battery compartment. I can see some furring, so that'll need to be dealt with. You can see a little bit of furring on top and on that connector. So I'm going to try it as is. We'll see what happens. It'll all need cleaned anyway. So, nothing at all. Now it could be those battery terminals, which is fine. If not, well, it was cheap. Let's give these a very quick clean and just see if we can get it running. Just going to use a fiberglass pen and just run it over the connector. The danger, of course, is with the corrosion, it may have worked its way into the unit itself. So there may be some corrosion down inside. Hopefully, nothing that can't be sorted. Again, we'll give this one a clean, even though there was no real corrosion, but it is tarnished. last thing I'm going to do is just give the battery contacts a clean. This is only temporary until I can work on it and strip it. And the way I'll treat these is these will go into white vinegar, which will eat into the alkaline corrosion, and then once it's been in for a while and all the corrosion's been eaten away, I will use isopropyl alcohol to wash it off. That'll get rid of any residual vinegar, stop the process of eating the rest of it, and leave it usable. There we go. This one doesn't look as good. I can see I've got screen issues. Audio's fine, but there's no screen. I've got some funny lines, like a barcode, showing at the bottom. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. The speaker's also got a bit of a whine. So the board itself is fine, it's the LCD seems to be the problem here. That might be cured once we get inside and see what's going on. Okay, it may be on, but I think the sound is about the only button that's currently operating properly. Okay, can you hear the whine? That could be anything really. Not sure. Right, pop the battery, powers it down. So this one's going to need a little bit of work, which is fine, don't mind that at all. Oh, yeah, pay attention to what I'm doing. So that one's going to need a little bit of work. I can also see some discoloration, I think, underneath the top screen. So not sure what's going on there, but that one definitely needs a little bit of TLC. The PSP, I can't do anything with at the moment. I must admit, I do actually quite like it in the red. It's quite nice. It's much lighter than the other ones I've got. Must be a different version. But yeah, feels so light by comparison to other models that I've used. But that's for another day. And now on to the Game Boy Pocket, which I know very little about, never having owned one. And it uses AAAs. So bear with me a second, I'll grab some AAAs. So I've got a couple of AAAs, rechargeables, hopefully they will be fine. Really need a cartridge now, I suppose. So here's my EverDrive for the Game Boy. And hopefully one Nintendo logo. There we go. Now with that screen burn on the film, it's quite difficult for me to see. Let's just choose original Game Boy. That'll do. There we are. Well, I'm not doing very well, am I? So that's running. Now the Game Boy Pocket, let me stop that. So the Game Boy Pocket was a much smaller version of the Game Boy. Quite nice. Everything seems to be functional, as I say, except for that screen. But seeing as I based the WonderSwan attempt at replacing the polarizing film on videos I'd seen about doing it with the Nintendo, I don't really see any issue with replacing these other than the fact that it's going to be an absolute nightmare to get the film off and all the glues. So you can see how bad the screen burn is on that polarizing film. Not great at all. But yeah, quite nice. The base is in lovely condition, which is usually the bit that gets bashed and scuffed from being thrown down, but that's in mint condition. It's not bad on the top, but that lens has taken a bit of a pounding, which is a shame because otherwise the rest of it is in really nice condition. I'll look forward to stripping this down and having a good look and getting this back up and running as it should be. Excellent. I haven't had one of these before. I mean, the Game Boy Pocket I haven't had before. But this is completely different. This is the NeoGeo Pocket by SNK, and it uses 2 batteries and a button cell battery. And I'm hoping I've got a button cell battery. But it's actually got a wee joystick, which is quite nice, as well as the buttons, option, power and speaker. About the same size of screen as the standard Game Boy, and it runs off a 2 AAAs and a CR2032. So standard battery that you would get for your computer. So the contacts look clear and clean. Let's drop these in. And I'm going to need a 2032. So there we go. Like so. Done. Now obviously I get nothing. Oh, I am getting a display. Select language. Oh, I get to select language. NeoGeo Pocket. Calendar, world time, alarm, horoscope, settings. So it did a lot of things. It wasn't just a little games console. I wonder what my horoscope is. Let's have a laugh. And it says, oh, my money is normal, my health is poor, my romance is below normal. That's about right. And general overall is meh. Oh well. Such is life. So, calendar. World time. Paris 225. Yep, there you go. And alarm. Okay. I don't know, it says switch it off. Does it go off? Should be any second now. Very strange. That's quite nice. It's actually a lot lighter than I suspected for the size of it. But that's nice that it's got all those features built in as standard. So we've got two, what looks like fruit machine games in their boxes. So let's have a look. What have we got? Oh, there you go. Don't know if you can hear that. Oh, that was it. It flicked the power light back on and it sort of buzzed very, very gently for a few. So it looks like we've got our manual. How to play a fruit machine in Japanese. Yay! And again, nice little cartridge. Let's find out. Okay, you play a nice tune, but I see no display. Oh, there we go. Okay, do we have any? Here we go. Volume and contrast. I think polarizing film as well needs replaced on this, because it's going from that to washed out fairly quickly. Probably the contrast wheel needs done as well. I have no idea what that says. I'm wondering, there is a NeoGeo Pocket, which is what this is. I think there's also a colour. And seeing as I see bands of stripes of colour there, I'm wondering if that's telling me it's not for this one. So I'm going to suspect that's the same with the other one. So let's pop that away. I see those bands of colour again. So I'm assuming this is going to be for the colour. Now these are not brand new in the box, obviously, so I'm not too worried. But, oh, this one comes with a sticker kit. Okay. I'm not quite sure what I'm meant to do with that. Quite worried that you're maybe supposed to stick it round your NeoGeo Pocket. Again, I'm wondering if this is for the colour. Got a display. And I think the same warning or similar. But no, rather nice. Nice little selection from Sendico. And again, quite surprised that it came through with absolutely no fees at all. That was a bit of a shock. Sorry for the noise as I put all this away. So some of these will come up in a later video, or later videos, as I strip down, clean and try and sort things like what looks like the screen burn. definitely the screen burn, you know, that sort of thing. So yeah, some interesting upcoming videos based on this stuff. So I hope you enjoyed the Sendico experience continued. Let's see what I can pick up next. Maybe have to leave it for a little while. Got a few things to do first. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and see you on the next Retro Crazy.